Hello, friends. Welcome to Read Aloud Time. We are getting into our story, The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane, and we're going to get ready to kind of start on his journey. So, if you remember yesterday, they got on the Queen Mary, and Edward had a little mishap with two boys that were on the ship and kind of thought Edward was a silly little China rabbit, and they took some of his clothes off and threw him back and forth. And when Abilene went to stop them, Edward went overboard. So chapter 6, where we're going to pick up, is going to be where Edward ends up overboard and what happens next. How does a China rabbit die? Can a China rabbit drown? Is my hat still on my head? These were the questions that Edward asked himself as he went sailing out over the blue sea. The sun was high in the sky, and from what seemed to be a very long way away, Edward heard Abilene call his name. "Edward!" she shouted. "Come back! Come back? Of all the ridiculous things to shout," thought Edward. As he tumbled ears over tail through the air, he managed to catch one last glimpse of Abilene. So she was standing on the deck of the ship, holding on to the railing with one hand. In her other hand was a lamp. No, it was a ball of fire. No, Edward realized it was his gold pocket watch that Abilene held in her hand. She was holding it up high, and it was reflecting the light of the sun. "My pocket watch," he thought. "I need that." And then Abilene disappeared from view, and the rabbit hit the water with such tremendous force that his hat blew off his head. That answers that question, thought Edward, as he watched the hat dance away on the wind. And then he began to sink. He sank and sank and sank. He kept his eyes open the whole time, not because he was brave, but because he had no choice. He had painted on eyes, witnessed the blue water turning to green and then to blue again, then watched it as it finally became as black as night. There he is, falling overboard. Edward went down and down. He said to himself, "If I'm going to drown, certainly I would have by now." Far above him, the ocean liner with Abilene aboard it sailed on, and the China rabbit landed, finally, on the ocean floor. Face down, and there, with his head in muck, he experienced his first genuine and true emotion. Edward Tulane was afraid. That was his first emotion. He has never felt an emotion before because he only cared about himself. So, even though he's in a bad spot, he might be changing. We're going to find out what happens in our next read aloud in chapter 7, and here is a clue. Hopefully, Edward gets out of the ocean soon. I will see you later for another read aloud. Remember, be kind and have a great day.